Welcome to the Marshall News and Views Show. My name is Elaine Conyers, and my guest today is Sharon Root, who is the environmental educator for Lyon County. She's been on this show over the years for several times, but we certainly welcome you back, and we want to learn and continue to learn more about recycling. I still make mistakes, and I've seen this many times.
I think we all do, though, Elaine.
Okay.
So I'm glad you asked me to come and
Good.
visit, because this is a great chance to be able to do some outreach, because
Right.
there's so many venues out there.
Yes.
And so much to do, and yet again, all this stuff, it all makes a difference, because it just does.
Yes.
It's good outreach. It's
Yep.
good education for people. And I found over the years that in my mind I'm thinking, well, Sharon, do you need to keep doing some of the same stuff over again? Because just because I know it doesn't mean, though, you have new residents coming in, or you maybe just have things have changed, they've updated.
Right.
Yeah. And so it's a good way to just make a informational thing as far as in real people. We're just doing the thing just like all the residents would be doing.
Yes,
So
exactly.
that's what it's about.
Well, start teaching us. Tell us what to do here and not to do.
Okay, well, before we started, Elaine, she made a confession to me when she pulled something out of I have a little laundry basket over here with some stuff in it that shows up in the recycling that shouldn't. And Elaine happened to pull one of those things out, and she said, "Ooh, I put these in here." So do you want to?
I'll start out with
a no-no?
Oh,
yeah, that's a no-no.
This is something I have put in recycling.
Yes.
And I thought, well, yeah, it's metal. They could probably undo this, but it's not.
Well, the reason, Elaine, is yes, it is metal. And as the kids would say when I'm in school, oh, reuse that. Well, yeah, we would use this before, But anyway, when something is shot or you want to get rid of like a wire hanger or a plastic hanger, it doesn't matter, these do just go in your trash. When these things, I think, and I've never been to one of the MRFs, the material recovery facilities that this stuff goes to, but I've seen video clips, and I cannot believe the automation. But first of all, stuff goes by on a belt, okay? And you have people that or they try to pull stuff out that doesn't belong. Well, if they don't see stuff like this that doesn't belong in there, and it moves through and gets into the machines, it wrecks stuff. It's kind of like when you think about the farm folks and they get the trash in their fields, or they get stuff in there and it gets wound up in their machines, and they have to shut down. So it's kind of the same thing. If you took these out maybe to like Ultra Metal, where they take scrap metal, that's different. That's different than in the sorting for recycling. So that actually, if you're not going to reuse it, would have to go in the trash. You're going to toss that in the trash. There you go. And now there again, that's the simple stuff. I mean, but it's understandable why it's confusing, because it really is recyclable. But it's a single sort. So maybe being you took one of the no-nos, I'm going to give you a new thing that is acceptable. Well, not real new, but it's a lot of folks don't realize. Because for quite some time, we couldn't put these drink boxes or like cartons, from whether it's juice or broth or even the milk or whatever, but they do take them now, and they are sent off to Sioux Falls with the rest of the stuff. But what you need to remember, and I have a tendency to repeat instructions a lot, but that's because I find that there again, just because I know it's my daily life, so to speak, doesn't mean people don't get confused. What you do, make sure when you have a carton like this, is it's got to be drained out well.
Do you rinse it too?
If it milk or whatever, then I might swish it a little bit so it doesn't start smelling as fast. And then make sure the cover's off. As long as they're drained out well, this can be put in the recycling now. So I do like that. I like the idea, because juice boxes, the individual ones, just make sure the straw is thrown away and they're drained out, and you're good. In broth. So you want to take another naughty thing?
I look at this thing, and it's a piece of wood with a little
Velcro is on there because I stuck that on a display board once, so that doesn't matter. It's
doesn't
just a piece
matter,
of wood.
but why wouldn't they take wood?
Well, wood, depending on in some areas, maybe they do take it for the construction stuff and chop it up, but there again, where our stuff is going, this is not the kind of thing. So anything, like if you want to grab that piece of pipe out of there.
This one?
Yep. The pipe, the reason I put these in here too is because there's a number of times that they'll find construction demo debris in with the recycling, and that's a no-no.
Yeah.
So if somebody can't use it, it's scrap stuff, it would have to go. There is a site at the landfill if you've got a lot of construction demo stuff that you can bring it out there, and there is a fee for it naturally, but that's anything in life. But anyway, these kind of things would go, like if this is all I had, I would put it in my trash because this is not, it's not recycling. And
Whoops, I'm sorry, I don't want to hit you.
Boy, she's getting a little rough here. You're getting a little rowdy. Now, okay, we'll just go something like this.
Yes.
My cracker boxes.
Yeah.
Just so people know too. Cereal boxes, cracker boxes, your tissue boxes, as long as the wax paper's out of the inside or whatever, these can go into recycling too, and they'll make new paper things out of them.
Wow.
It is amazing. I've never been to a factory. I've never been to an actual MRF where they sort stuff before they ship it off to its markets. But just knowing what they can do with stuff, it amazes me. It amazes me.
Now, I don't know what this has been on. I don't really want to touch it.
No, it's actually clean right now, though.
Oh, is it?
I didn't make, like the kids always say to me, I don't want to touch that. No, I wouldn't put dirty stuff in there for you. But it's just another example of what shows up in the recycling, paper towels, tissues, that kind of stuff, it goes in the trash also. They don't want that in the recycling.
No. Do you get any, well, you get some dirty stuff, don't you?
If you look in there, you might, we get dirty stuff, but if you look, let's see, in that bucket, maybe underneath that envelope or something, we might have to wait because it's in there somewhere. It's in there somewhere.
But let's look at this. That, it does have the sign.
Yes,
here.
but I asked the gal in Sioux Falls. This is where it becomes confusing, and I totally get it. They really don't want, like, that's kind of considered a disposable cup type thing. A one-time use is what you usually think of it as. And at this point, they really don't want those yet. So that would have to go in your trash too. Okay. And I know it's not that I think that's what makes it confusing for people too. Technically, it is recyclable, but you have to know in your area what they do want.
Okay.
Because there is various markets. It's just like anything. There's, if they don't have a market for it to send it to, they don't want it. Okay, regular paper, like this is like paper bag stuff. Newspaper, as long as these are clean, these can go in your recycling box. I'll do a couple more things of acceptable so people don't think that we're just going to be throwing everything in the trash. But like I tell kids, some stuff does have to go in the trash. It's just the way it is at this point in life. We're still not. Oh, here's another thing that I want to talk to them about, and I do want to explain this because this is one of those situations. Plastic, like grocery bags and such, dry cleaner bags. Actually, the bubble wrap, or like if you from your tissue, toilet tissue, that wrap, or when people buy water, with the plastic wrap, that can go in the recycling. However, they do need to remember that you can't just toss it in there, okay?
Okay.
What you would do is take, like I've got here, like some bags that have holes in them, so I wouldn't be using them. So I put them inside of another clear kind of bag, and I put my tissue wrap and stuff in a bag.
Yeah.
And when it gets full, then I knot it shut.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, and then it can go in the recycling. If it's all in there loose, all it's going to do is get caught and fly away.
Oh, sure.
And that's not what the issue would be, or what you'd want either. So. But I do, and I don't have the instructions here, but I do want folks that our number will be showing later on our website. Would love for them, if they need information, I'll either mail it to them or they can go on our site and print off, whatever. Because this is what it's about. It's that networking and sharing information, because it does get confusing, and I totally understand that. So now I'm going to let you do another naughty thing.
Okay, let's see here. This is a piece of plastic, and again, this is very confusing because here's the sign that says it is recyclable.
Yes.
I don't have any idea what it is.
It's from a calendar, a little desk calendar. It's the backing from that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you see.
Like this.
Yeah, it would stand up, and their calendar would be on there. But I know that's what is very confusing. But pretty much what they want, and there again, That would be in the stuff that if they would print off or they want me to send. They pretty much want containers, bottles, jugs is mostly what they want in the recycling at this point. Those at this point are in the single sort. They don't want those yet, so that would have to go in the trash. I'm just not very fun, am I? I'm such like I tell the kids, it's a party pooper, but you gotta the stuff that's not supposed to be in there is gotta be,
That's right.
Now this is the kind of thing, and this is a bottle, and it does have the only thing you have to look for the symbol on are the plastic items.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to look for the symbol on other stuff. So this one does have it. I can't quite see it. I don't know. Sometimes it makes me wonder. They must not think about people would have a hard time seeing because you can hardly find it. You can barely see it.
Right.
So it's drained out good. The cover's off. We can recycle that. I'll grab another plastic item for the heck of it. See, when you have a lot of stress and you have to use the antacids, right? This has got the symbol on it. It's a container, covers off. It's emptied out. We can recycle that. It's amazing what they can do. Actually, what I have to share with you because it popped in my head, but like plastic like that, there's a place in San Francisco that makes kids' toys out of like plastic milk jugs, laundry soap jugs. If you have kids or grandkids, folks, seriously, they are the cutest dang toys, and they're not very expensive. And they're made in San Francisco, which is nice, and that's made in the USA. So, it's just a nice thing.
Sure.
We'll do another acceptable one because there's so many things we can recycle.
Yeah.
Glass bottles and jars, you guys. Covers off, they're drained out. However, the reason I'm just trying to see here. Excuse my noise, folks. Sometimes this stuff, it's just the way it can be. Oh, sure, and I can't find it. Maybe I'll find it later. But the only kind of glass are bottles and jars from food and beverages. That's all they want. Okay? Not mirrors, not vases, not windows, not ashtrays, not vases. Just from food and beverages. Because that can mess this thing up to mess up the system as far as when it goes to a manufacturer. Because it's the wrong kind of glass mixed with this would be contamination.
Yeah. Now, I wondered, too, about stickers like this.
No, those
you don't have to take those off?
No. The stickers don't even have to come off these. They just happen to have come off. I mean, you don't have to take labels off or anything anymore. So I'm going to let you get another naughty thing.
Okay.
Or a no thing.
What in the world this is.
A piece of hose.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yep.
So that's kind of... Yeah, what one person, how would you recycle that? That looks pretty bad.
It shows up in the recycling, though. Hoses, they show up in the recycling. So, but these go in the trash.
Yeah.
So if it's not usable and you don't want it, I'm going to let you get another thing that's not acceptable out of there for the heck of it.
All right. Now, let's see. Now, I thought stuff like this.
I know. And this is where it is, folks, and totally understandable. That's why, though, this is a good way for us to kind of be able to explain why. Right now, the Carton Council they work with these type of things, the Gable ones and septic ones, as far as containers that had liquid in them. They work with those. At this point, they don't. Where our stuff goes, they don't have a market for the ones that were like margarine boxes, frozen pizza boxes, those kinds of things. Okay, so that would go in the trash. I'm going to take one of the magazines and catalogs. A lot of people still get confused on that. These can be recycled, okay? These can go in your recycling. It's just, they'll make more paper stuff out of there. Okay. It's amazing. Steel cans.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. We know that they can be recycled back into anything steel. Like I tell the kids, the legs on their chairs could be these cans.
Okay. Well, what about, a lot of times, I think what I do is I take the top cover off, but I leave the bottom one on.
No, this just happens to be, it just got cut the ends off and flattened. It doesn't matter. No, the covers are just fine. The lids are fine. Oops, I'm sorry. I make a lot of noise. Oh, and the pop bottles, naturally pop bottles, covers are off, they're drained out. They can go in the recycling, okay? Okay, so we'll let you. I think I have a tendency now. Today seems like I'm focusing in on some of the no things, but they've been having a lot of trouble with contamination in the recycling. So that's why this is great for me to be able to do this.
Okay, here is a cord with a plug in, and then it's cut off. That's a plastic And that is a plastic.
Yeah, it's plastic, but it's not the kind that goes in the recycling.
Okay.
I mean, this would have to go in the trash. What I do want to say, though, is so people, and they can call our office if they wonder, too, because sometimes we don't always get everything down when we're watching something or catch it all. Goodwill does take cords.
Oh.
Cords like this, old Christmas lights, old extension cords, old appliance cords. When I have cords, like my toaster went out, so I cut the cord off and threw the toaster away. And so then I have a bag with cords in it, and then I take it out to Goodwill, and they ship them off to get the copper and stuff stripped out. So, but if you're not going to do that, they do not go in the recycling. They go in the trash.
No.
So, yep, we'll let you grab another thing.
And here we've got a couple more of these plastic.
Yes.
Oh, well, this would be like that butter that you're talking about. I know I can throw that away.
That goes in the garbage. Now, those, it's still a confusing thing. I know people, the pop and beer cartons, at this point, I'm still, by word of mouth, and even on my prints and stuff yet, I've been putting no for those.
Yeah.
They, like the lady in Sioux Falls said, we do get a lot of them. We get too many. They can put a few in with their cardboard, but their market says you've got too many in here. So it's such a confusing thing. But at this point, just by word of mouth and on my printed stuff, at this point, just throw these. Throw it. It's just there's a wet strength additive on there. Yeah. That's what makes them different than just cardboard. It makes them strong. Yeah. Because if I wanted to put, if I got, say this, we'll pretend this is or like my cracker box or even a cereal box, pretty good size. If I put a bunch of cans of pop in there and then I got this kind of wet, it's not going to hold the same as that pop carton because it doesn't have that strength. It doesn't have that treatment on it.
Yeah.
But my cake boxes, macaroni and cheese boxes, they can all be recycled.
Yeah.
Cardboard, definitely, guys, definitely cardboard. You know that can be recycled back into more paper stuff. Colored shiny insert papers, they can be put in the recycling. Yes, definitely. So let's get a couple more things. Shoot, I have.
Now this is just again a kind of a paper, but it is reinforced paper.
Yeah, it's one of those what they call those Tyvek envelopes. It's got that. It's plastic on the outside, and they're wonderful for. They don't get wet. They're for a lot of things, but they cannot go near recycling. Yeah. So that would be trash.
And now these we get a lot of these. If we order things, and that has that plastic.
This is plastic on the inside and paper on the outside. Yeah. If it's mixed like that, they don't want it in recycling. Okay. It just causes problems at the paper mill. It would cause problems at the plastic because it's combined. Yeah. So that's trash too. So get some more stuff out of there because that kind of stuff. There's, like I said, there's problems with candy bags. That goes in the trash. No candy bags. That's a wax paper from inside of a cracker box. That's trash. Styrofoam. That's very much of a problem. They do not want styrofoam. Okay. No styrofoam peanuts, no styrofoam packaging. And not that it's not recyclable, Elaine, because technically it is, but it's not feasible at this point to have it collected, and Sioux Falls doesn't want it into, and it's so light. Yeah. It's just for our hauling right now, any distance, so no.
And here's a broken plastic. Is it a Tupperware?
It's just Tupperware, but it's broken plastic, and then they don't want that. No, a plate, no.
No, okay.
There's a couple other things I want you to grab out of there before we run out of time. There you go. Oh yeah, diapers.
Oh my gosh.
Dirty diapers, folks. Show up in the recycling. I kid you not. They find dirty diapers in the recycling, and actually, I have to tell you, a couple weeks ago, there was actually dog poop in one of the recycling bins.
I'm just going to show that this is
clean. No,
it's not clean. Well, it's not.
We're not. No, I wouldn't bring a dirty diaper.
I'm not going to put my hands in there, but
no, it's just a diaper, but no dirty diapers, no dog poop, no feces of any kind. I can't believe that. The guys that do the service, I'm like, oh my gosh, I couldn't handle it. Yeah,
and here's another one of those, this plain
papers,
plastic bag.
It's a wax papery thing, so that goes in the trash. Photographs.
How about pictures?
You can't put pictures in the recycling, no. No photographs. Those have to get thrown if you don't want them.
Really?
Yep, they don't want photographs. Nope.
Wow, it's interesting stuff.
No photographs. Nope.
You want me to clean this out?
Yeah, because I want to show that glass bottle. Perfume bottle. No, that's what I was saying about different kinds of glass. No perfume bottles, no vases, no anything but from food and beverages.
Okay.
That's all they want. Okay.
Yeah,
so that can go in the trash. Actually, in here, I'll grab a couple things because naturally the pop cans, and the kids know this too, and I told them, I said, anything aluminum, they can make back into aluminum.
Okay.
Maybe an aluminum baseball bat. And the little kids love that. Just imagine if you're going to hit a ball with an aluminum baseball bat that you may be hitting the ball with Rip Bear cans. You know, they think they can visualize then what it can get used for.
Sure.
So that's recyclable, yes. And this is a box from one of my perfumes, but this I can put in the recycling, just the box. Ordinary paper, those kind of things, these are for the recycling. A laundry soap jug, as long as the cover's off, it's empty. I can do laundry soap jugs. And these are I'll leave these plastic things in here for now because they're containers that have, I'd rather do a couple more of those.
Okay.
To be able to, and
this is a whole, no, it doesn't have this.
It's no good anymore.
But I mean, the disc is still in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't matter. I just put this in here for example, and it's no good anymore. So these don't go in the recycling either. Yep. However, Goodwill does take old CDs and DVDs and what does not sell. If I have stuff that's maybe you got it from a Microsoft program you got and you don't need that anymore anyway, they'll take those and they get shipped off for recycling.
Okay.
But I'm going to put it in the trash now because I want people to realize they don't go in the recycling in the recycling container. Okay.
And this is a holder for a different kind of.
Yes. Yeah. This is very old. But it's the young kids are like, what is that, right? Oh.
No, this no yard garden or waste food. Yeah,
yes.
There's.
I just put some stuff in this lane because leaves and grass clippings and such, and I put food waste. I didn't put any food waste in here.
Yeah.
But that shows up in the recycling too.
Okay.
Rotten pumpkins, rotten food. Please, that does not go in the recycling. No, that goes in the trash, or not in your trash can, but like to the compost. Because the landfill, if you have a bunch of yard waste and stuff, the landfill doesn't. We're not supposed to put it in the trash anymore.
Okay. Okay. So, now there would be no question in my mind. This is just junk.
It's plastic strapping. It goes in the trash. That's right. What else do you have in there?
Okay, and here the spoons for if you go to Dairy Queen, and then like you've got here, you talked about the covers.
Yeah. This is a piece of pipe. That's what that is. That's just a piece of PVC pipe.
But here's a cover from a bottle, and this cover from something or other.
The covers, those go in the trash. Yep. If people leave like the pop bottle cover on, if you want to put it in the recycling, empty the bottle. Make sure it's empty. You can put the cover back on, but leave the cover on. They don't want them loose.
Batteries.
Oh, now rechargeable batteries. Now that's another thing. We're not going to talk much about the hazardous waste program, but I do want people to be aware of the hazardous waste program that we are very fortunate to have in Marshall. Our facility takes stuff like that. So if you have, I'm going to reach over like that if you don't mind. Like this is a cell phone battery, and if you had like other rechargeable batteries, or you have paints or chemicals, or or you have something you're not even sure, it's a cleaner with bleach or whatever. And you don't want it anymore. Get a hold of us because that's what the facility accepts. When I was a kid, everything that if it wasn't going to be used, it probably got dumped or put in the fire, and I'm like, oh my goodness, Sharon, what did we used to do?
Right.
So people need to be aware because when we do the things that we shouldn't be doing like that, very polluting for the water and the air for the kids, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to leave that for them.
Right.
So we want to do what we can. So these two things. These batteries, for the example, we're going to pretend this is the hazardous waste facility over here. So if you had paints or other things, they don't go in the recycling, but they go not in the trash.
Okay.
So straws, that's trash.
And this is some kind of a cover. But I want to point out to you, Sharon, on the cover it says, made with love. Are you sure we should throw that in the
I know
trash?
you almost hate to, don't you? I know.
Yeah.
And the reason, I never thought of it like that. But yeah, and now if this plastic stuff wasn't on the edge, then I could put that in like with my like a can cover, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's metal. Yeah. But yeah, it's got the plastic in here. So, but I love that, made with love. You know, this candle that this came from is amazing. It was wonderful. So yeah, I knew it was made with love. So that is going in the trash too. That laundry basket that she had, was that if that's broke, that can't go in the trash, or that can't go in the recycling either. So just be aware, folks. Very understandable why it's confusing. I totally get that. But if you are in doubt, give us a call. Obviously, things like the diapers, the dog poop, that's kind of that's just a no-no for real. And, you know, but plastics, if you're confused, or even, you know, sometimes we get calls. I have some broken windows. Can I put those in the recycling? No. So I just call. There's no dumb questions in that sense, because we all have questions. It's the way it is, and that's how we learn, is by asking. Nobody knows everything, and things change. You know. So this was just really brief, but I'm so glad I got to come and talk to you, because this really helps get that word out.
That's right.
And then if you hear that, networking is a great thing. So yes,
that is great.
I do thank you for letting me come and visit you.
Well, we certainly will have you back. We've been on the show several times, but not the last couple of years.
It's been, and time goes by. Time goes by.
That's right.
So we're good, though. It's all good when I know that we can do this outreach. It's a good thing. So thank you so much. Thank you, folks.
And thank you for all that you do.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Yep.